Hello guys. Yeah, hi, welcome again to our day 2 session. Now we are going to make a quick recap section on what we have discussed earlier in the day 1. Are you guys excited? Yep, cool. I think most of you are excited to make a quick recap session before all we're going to start a day 2 session. Okay, let's start. Yeah, what is design? Design is something like making solutions in a way of thinking. Design is a way of thinking and making solutions, and the design is the intellectual activity that relates to the organization and the resources to create things to the human need. Design is a creation of a plan of convention for the construction of an object or system. Design is something like which leads to solve the problem. And there were the types of designers, the people who are going to make a specific designing jobs they have. Graphic designer. Graphic designer is the one who was like who works with the vectors. He's a person who makes logos and everything. Like the works covered by the graphic designer, including the logos and business cards, invitations, packings, and many more. And after that, UI UX designing. This is the one who what we are going to do in further things. And next one is the interior designer. He's the person who designs the various purposes, various aspects of the house, office, interior parts. And when it's coming to the motion designer is responsible for bringing motions to the pictures or the vectors, which were made by the graphic designer. And the animation designer is the one like how can I say like creating a 3D vectors using 3D vectors. He is going to create an objects and giving them a motion. Who is the animation designer? And when it's coming to the product designer creating designs for the various physical products like consumer electronics, automobiles, etc. And when it's coming to fashion designer is someone who making friends with his creativity to introduce new designs and the new product ideas. And the architectural designer is the one who creates the plans for the buildings, houses, and the other places. And when it's coming to the UI designing, before starting UI, firstly we should want to understand where we are going to use this UI thing. Firstly, we should want to understand the website making processes so that we can get to know that where we are going to use UI and UX. So firstly, we have a define. Define is something like in this stage we are going to make a gather information about the business needs and the and what are the client needs and identifying the website purposes and establishing the website goals and making up the team. All work comes into this define. And after that planning, here the UX comes into action. Here the UX designers will make a flow on what behalf so we should want to make a website and creates the sitemaps and the wireframes. Sitemaps and the wireframes are the things like a skeleton of the design. The design sprint, where after that the UX designers will make a quick design sprint processes, which we are going to discuss on the Designex 2.0 event, which will be held after the event, after this Designex 1.0 event, which will be more focusing on the UX aspect. And when it's coming to design is the part what we are going to make now. Here, the UI designer will construct the interfaces of the prototypes by utilizing the visual aspects such as colorography, typography, and iconography, etc. things. And after that, develop. I think everyone was familiar with this word develop. The second step is like design. In this, the programmer will come to action and he wants to develop the website what the designer have given to him. Here the collaboration between the designer and the developer to be a crucial part as they are going to make a website. And after that testing, all if after all were ready, including the images and well as the text structures, the testers will test entire website from home page to ending page. If there is any problems occur, they will immediately inform to the developer or as well as a designer, so they will make changes accordingly. And after that, launch and maintain. Once the website is completely set up, they were launched by using domains and all the things. Here you can know that where the UI and UX will come into the action. The second and the third steps, probably the UI and UX designers will come into the action. So what is UI? UI is a process of designers used to build the user interfaces in the software or the computerized devices, focusing on the looks or the styles. Designers aims to create the simple interfaces which were used to the user friendly and the pleasurable while they are using. UI designers refers to the graphic user interfaces and the other forms. Well, when we are coming to the UX, like UX is a process design used to create the products that provide meaningful and the relevant experience to the users. This involves the design and the entire processes of requiring and integrating with the products, including the aspects of the branding, design, usability, and the function. Simply, UX design is made up of two terms, users and the experiences. To put it simply, the experience that a user goes through while using the product is called a user experience design. Like I think most of you are still misunderstandings between the UI and UX. At first, I am also made a mistake, confused with these two between these two terms. When it's coming to UI consists of the visual designing and the wireframes and the prototypes, responsive designs, brand guidelines, and the animations and the interaction designs for going to takes place. When it's coming to UX design, user research, and user testings, information architecture, all these things will come into the action. And after that, the relation between the UI and the UX. You are wrong if you are thinking like a UI and UX are the two different terms. Actually, they are like UI is in the part of the UX and UX is in the part of the CX. Here we are going to interact with the new term CX. It's nothing like customer experience. It refers to the customer experience, which covers everything from thoughts to the services. Finally, we have a detailed chart which telling about the design process, what we are going to make on the 2 and 3 terms, 2 and 3 steps. Sorry. So here, as we can see, from the middle of the idea to the relate out, it was considered as a UI. And the whole thing is like this, all the processes coming under the under UX. And when from the half of the idea to the release out, this is considered as the UI. All the things, all the materials will be given to you through mail once we completed this bootcamp. No need to worry about taking screenshots and all. We are going to give you everything that what we have detailed now. Here we came to the top UI tools. Here we have the top 3 tools of Figma, a cloud-based vector graphic and prototyping tool used for the range of graphic design tasks. Since it's released in 2016, it has been a sorry. You may access to your projects from any computer or the platform without installing software or purchasing additional subscriptions. Here we have Sketch, a desktop vector graphic editor for the Mac OS. It released in 2010. It's the most probable choice to the UX and the UI designers in the earlier stages. And when we are having Adobe XD, Adobe XD, I think many of you heard the word Adobe. I think many of you uses their products, even including me. I do use this product. I do use their products like Photoshop or After Effects, everything. It was introduced in the 2016 with the UX specific capabilities the designers using the Photoshop or the Adobe Illustrator did not have access to. It's available as a desktop program for the computers and the cloud program for the mobile devices. Between these two, Sketch is outdated, and all these are excellent pieces of the softwares, but each of having their own strengths. If it's collaborative reader, Figma is a clear winner, and if you're if you are looking for the plugins and Sketch, and after that if you're good familiar with the Adobe cloud softwares, then you are going with the Adobe XD. My personal experience, I am using Figma as of now. For the time being, we are using Figma in this workshop. The personal reason is Figma is free for the individual users and the user easy to use interface. Figma doesn't need to be downloaded. You can just go to the figma.com and then just sign up with your Gmail ID. It has as simple as that. You can design on your Chrome browser. That's totally fine. No, Figma doesn't need to be installed. You can run it on your software. You can run it on your browser itself. Okay, let's dive into the Figma. Yeah, okay. Now we came into the Figma. Here, this is the one which we have did in at day before yesterday. We have designed one interface. I will quickly make you see what you're going to do. Here we're having the top three navbars, which having the detailed values. In the top navbar, you can see for creating you have in the top navbar you can see the tools what we are going to use to make it in the canvas. The gray region which we can clearly visible is called a canvas. Here we can make the drawings and all. Here in the left navbar we can find the layers and the assets what we are going to use. We can simply select there. Everything what we have here will be displaying here, so we can easily access them by clicking on this. So whatever we have selected here, the properties of that will gonna appear here. So firstly, we should want to take a frame to make a design. For this, you need to click on the top left. There is a button called frame. This is the button. And the keyboard shortcut for the that is letter F. If you click on the letter F, you can make a frame probably like this. Firstly create a rectangle and make sure one thing that I'm simply copied everything from the browser, and I have taken these icons from my assets what I had in the Figma. I will give you all the assets after completion of the workshop. You will get through the mail probably, and I will give the links. You can just copy them. And coming to the back, here we have a frame 2. As you can see some more information in the right navbar. So we have X and Y as well as the width and the height. So we have to set the width to 360 and the height to 640. And after that, you should want to make a fill color into the black. And I'm simply copying this image to there. Firstly, we should want to make a status bar into it. This picture. And after that, I'm going to make a text over there. And after I will show you how to create a button in Figma. Simply take a rectangle from the top navbar and drag it like there. And just align it middle. Here we have align keys. When we are clicking on the middle align horizontal centers, it will perfectly align to the centers. If we tap on the align top, then it will make into the align top. And if you make it into align bottom, then it will go to the bottom section. So simply we have made like this, and after that we should want to give curves to this rectangle. For that, I'm going to with this option corner radiuses. I'm simply giving an option like 25. So here after giving 25, it get curve. I'm just filling it out there by clicking this ink pillar to this. Now it gets this color. I will repeat it once again. I'm just pressing on the filler and I drag on that. It's simple as that. And after that, I'm going to make a circle. For circle, I'm taking this one. Yeah, just fill it into white. And after that, this icon, this vector icon, I am going to make it into this vector icon. After that, I am adding a text. Get started. It's as simple as that. I'm just made this one roughly to tell what we have done in before. So this is the quick recap session on what we have discussed earlier. Okay, there are some doubts by you guys. Yes, we are going to use this. We are going to use Figma for this workshop. Hi. Completely going to be held in online or offline? Yeah, it's going to be held in online. So in present days, there are some websites which itself we can create and containing the existing models. So my question is this important? Selecting the existing designs and creating a website or building each step in your own like Figma? Yeah, if you want to make your personal identity, we just don't want to create whatever there in the browser. We just, if we want a personal identity, we should want to create ourselves. So if you want to make your personal brand, then you should want to create by yourself. What what meant by constraints? Constraints, I didn't get it. So in present days, there are some websites where itself you can design. No. We should want to create because when we are when Amazon recruited you, and then they asked you to make a website. Are you going to copy from the what you said from the internet, or are you going to make it? Because Amazon has its own identity, so you should want to make a website beyond every like behalf of every not behalf of, like you should want to make one more question. Sa, is this a competition going to be held in online or offline? Yeah, the competition is in online. It might be day after tomorrow or yeah, okay. Moderators for giving reply to them. Thank you, moderators for giving reply to them. Yeah, okay. Can we wait for 5 minutes as some of you are going to be joined now? So we have completed our recap session. So after 5 minutes, we are going to start our day 2 session. So please wait for 5 more minutes as you all of your friends are also going to be joined. Thank you. Meet you soon after 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. Here, Sai Tarun asked me a question about why we are going to use only Figma and why not Photoshop. The thing is like Sai Tarun, in Figma, whatever we are going to do is in the saving in the pixels, not in the vectors. Whatever we are going to use in Figma will be saving pixels. And after that, after designing, there will be a code given. There will after giving it to handing over it to programmer. The programmer needs to understand whatever design we have done. So in order to understand and to in order to collaborate with the programmer, we should want to use in Figma because it having its own identity. So in order to make a collaborative processes, we are going to use Figma. In Figma, I am going to show you one thing. After clicking on inspect, whatever we have designed, it will be giving a random code in CSS for everything. It might be beneficial to the designer. So that we are going to use for UI design. And my, my, my lot, not only for the UI and as well as for the poster making. Everything I am going to make is in the Figma. If you have any questions, please drop out before starting. Don't we have to crop the images before laying? Listen, like whatever images we are going to take in for the UI, especially for the UI, needs to be high pixel quality. So in order that we are going to use only pictures which were downloaded from the Unsplash or as well as the Pixels. From these two websites, I personally recommend you to download the pictures because they have high resolution ones. Can you suggest where you choose the colors? Yep, I will suggest you. I'm just dropping a comment out there. Colors dot. Yeah, here is a website I have pasted in the chat box. Here you can find the color palettes. Don't we have to crop the images? Yeah, as I said before, you should want to do. You should want to only use the high resolution things while doing UI. So will you? Yeah, the recording will be given to you. So not copying. So it's just using existing styles in that. No. Like as UI designer needs to be creative. So he just want to how to grid pro. Yeah, I will show you in today's session how to grid. When you click on the left side, constraints. I didn't get it. What left side? What is the agenda for this workshop? The thing is like we are going to make a quick boot camp for the UI UX designing, as it's having a rapid growth in nowadays, as you've seen. So we are going to make a UI UX workshop. Hi, could you explain? Choose pink over there. I think more color blue tones. It's to be up to our choice. Okay. How do we create a gradient color? Yeah, I will tell you. I will tell you. Wait. How I get the color palette from Mozilla to Figma. There will be a there will be a color codes for each and respective color. So you should want to copy that color codes and just create a rectangle. I will show you. Wait. For example, I have copied a color code, this color code. So what I want to make is just create a rectangle, and after that just paste the color code here. It will make into that respective color and group that colors to make the color palette session. It's to be easier while we are going to make a UI. I am a freelance graphic designer. Will it be covered? Yeah, color psychology in this lecture. Color, it is a vast of ocean, so we are not going to touch the color psychology as of now. Yeah, after completion of the workshop, I will tell you some tips to be followed for the color psychology as well. Where the icons will be in the Figma. I will give you access to the icons after completion of the after completion of this bootcamp. Yeah, everyone, Saitharan, everyone will get the assets after completion of the project, after completion of the bootcamp. Yeah, I think everyone was coming out there. Yeah, hi guys, please share this meeting link to everyone. I'm just pasting out the meeting link. Tell to your friends to join into the bootcamp so that they can also benefit by enhancing themselves into this workshop. So as of now, we have limited people, so we should want to we should want to we should want to grow our members to start the workshop. Yeah, any more questions? We can only make visuals, right? We can make interactive stuff that we need to programming, right? Exactly. It is compulsory to attend the workshop to get to participate. Yes, we should want. Yeah, you should want to be in the workshop to participate in the competition. After the completion of this bootcamp, we are going to download attendance list so that we can give the certificate and so that we can give you can get the certificate and as well as to entry to the competition. Assets are actually of designs of someone around the world. Some of the assets will have the copyright issues. So make sure while using other assets, you should the copyright things. Please start today. You said to start on time. Yeah, okay. We are going to start today's session. Yeah, okay. Today we are going to start our day 2 session of our UI UX Bootcamp Designex. Okay, can we start today's session? Reply us if you want to. Yeah, if you were on the anonymously, we get the list. No problem with that. My question. Okay, we are going to start today's session. Yeah, okay. Hi there, my gorgeous friends in the internet. It's almost 300 people out there, and I would like to say a huge thank to everyone for spending this. I would like to say a huge thank to everyone for spending this Friday afternoon with me. Thank you for accommodating. And we are going to commence our day 2 session of our UI UX Bootcamp Designex. Everything that CSI Vit-Ap promised will be handed to you once you completed your bootcamp, including the certificates, premium UI kits, notes, and the files that we are currently creating. And we are here to attend the Designex UI UX workshop day 2 of our 2-day workshop on UI design. And let me tell you, giving you a few rules to be followed. As we all know, we are over 350 people up there, so it's important to follow certain type of rules. So for anything that we are going to showing today, we'll be sharing our screen while explaining it, and we will be speaking as well. All of your microphones and the chat boxes will be turned off while we are explaining, and after 1 or 2 topics we will be turning on our chat box again, where you may express your questions and the re-explanations will be done. I'm repeating once again. After 1 or 2 topics, we will be reopening our chat box where you may ask your questions what the topics we have discussed only in the earlier. Okay. So today we are going to start our day 2 session, which will be the continuation of our day before yesterday part. Let's start today's session. Yeah, yesterday I missed one thing. So I'm going to remove the grid. So if you see this thing, it's like somewhat empty. In order to fill, I'm going to create a magic. Now I'm going to take Eclipse, and after that I'm drawing a circle. Here in the circle, you just want to make it into blue, as we are having the components of the blue here. After that, going to the effects. In the effects, we have a 4 type of effects. So we are selecting the layer blur and increasing its value by sliding over there. So the value is 126 here. So we made a layer blur, like a layer blur here. And after that, I'm just copying it to here. And now I'm going to change this into this color. So here what is happening is like we are going to create a visual wonders to our design. That's it. I think everyone understood this part, right? Everyone. Don't spam the chat box. Can we be shown all the questions? It's hard to follow hearing all the doubts. Yeah, I will show you. Our team was going to publish whatever questions to be there in the published box and as well as in the dismissed box. All the things were controlling by them. Could you be shown all the, okay, cool. No worries. Then we are going to make frame 2. Are you guys all ready to make into the frame 2? Now we are going to make our Android UI, which will be a home screen of the particular app games, and where you're going to do like making top games, and after the recommended section of our games, let's get started to the round 2. And now we are going to make a frame. After that, changing the width to 360 after 640. As you can see, 316 to 640 was the width of the layer, width and the height of the frame, while we are creating two particular mobile Android. Okay. And before going into the frame 2, we just want to talk with few more things. 5 principles of UI. We are now the principles the UI designers need to ground their decisions in how the user interacting with the design interfaces. This is why the 5 key principles of the UI design exists. The principle guide UI designers as a connected set of criteria on what intertwine and the overlap, applying them all correctly, and we have got the yourself as a great user interface. The first principle is visibility. Like it might sound straightforward, but in order to interact with something, users need to create the first. This is the visibility principle actually, but what we are going to maintain the practice is applying the visibility principle requires optimistic the elements of the design that helps user fulfill their goals. We can't make everything visible actually, as your interface will become too cluttered. If you're going to make everything visible by making it to larger, the interface will be a clutter, like it will be a black dirt. What separates, like you should want to know what separates wheat from the chaff. If you know, like as like that, the designer also want to know what the elements that get the user to where they need to be. Ultimately, users should be able to clearly see how and where they can achieve their goals. And the next UI principle is consistency. The consistency principle refers to how easy is the interface for the user and to make sense of what they are seeing in the user interfaces. For example, does your menu bar stay in the same position on the different pages? Is all your typography consistency across all the factors like these contributions, this contribute a positive user interaction, and the applied through the elements visual design or the interaction. Consistency builds a through trust and helps the users to feel in control of their experience. For example, as you seen our app, we are going to use only particular colors, like we have black, gray, and pink, as well as light pink. And when it's coming to the point, we're using only Montserrat in the various aspects. Here we have used the semi-bold, and now here we have used the regular version. I think here also semi-bold. So in this way, we should want to make consistent of our design, so the user will also get to know, like they can also habituate with our design, and they can also learn easily when we're following the law of consistency. And the third principle of the UI design is learnability. Users must be able to understand the products and the design systems easily and quickly. As a designer, it's your job to create an interface that facilitates users to easy to use, so users can reach their goals without needing further help. The thing is, like as you created your app, you are working like you should want to make go through with all the statements, but the user won't. They just want to make a speed thing. They just want to make a speed working processes while we are going to use the app. So in order to maintain that, the users need only simple things, like just by clicking this, we just want to go to there. In between, if we have anything, then they will get disturbances and they will click outside. Well, you can. Next step is predictability. Predictability refers to a user ability to forecast what will happen next. If your user can predict the outcome of a certain action before they do it, then you have a successful applied predictability. Without it, users won't know what to do with an interface, and if can't figure out what actions to be made to reach their goal, they probably won't stick around long enough to figure it out. Like if we have always the left side, the right side icons will be the next icons, and as well as when it's coming to the left side icons will be the back icons. For example, if I click here, it should want to supposed to get into the another section, so that it should want to be there. But when we are here, when we are clicking here, it should want to make it should it want to get into the backward. And when it's coming to the search bar, we just want to look over upside always. This is what the predictability is saying. And when the last step is feedback. The fifth user design principle is the feedback. The feedback requires the designers to communicate whether the user has completed an action correctly or incorrectly. Feedback is important as the user need to know whatever they are moving closer to their goals. By using visual signals, designers can guide users through the experience with an interface. Most importantly, feedback should be clear and the meaningful so that the users can interpret in the design way. For example, using a tick when an action has completed successfully, it's a global recognized way of saying that's correct. And to design feedback to design with a feedback principle in mind, designers must help the users answer four key questions that are, for example, where am I? And the second question is what is the current status of my system? And what will be happen next? And what just happened? For example, when we go to our games one, where am I? I'm currently in the landing page. And what is the current status of the system? We are just going to the home page. And when what will happen next? The home page will coming to the action. And what just happened? The completion of a landing page was completed, was happened. If the user can answer these questions correctly, then your user interface will be good. And now coming back again to our design part, now we are going to create our second. Before going to that, just I'm just seeing the charts. Whatever you have questions. Yeah, in FX, what about the fifth rule of the UI principles? That is feedback. In FX, can you try all the options? Yeah, we will gonna try in the upcoming session. Okay. We are going to make a frame 2 now. So, like, before going into the frame 2, we just want to customize what firstly we have taken a frame, and after that we should want to add a grid. Now I am going to show you how to add grid to your layout. Simply by clicking the layout grid, it will activate the layer. After that, by default in Figma, the 10 pixel grid is going to be on. You should want to change that by clicking on the grid option there and change it to 8. Why 8 means like whatever vectors we have taken in the Figma in the UI carrier will be the multiples of the 4 and as well as the 8. So we are going to take size the pixel size as 8. And I'm going to change the color into the black one. So I'm just the real meant of the pixel 8 is like, for example, if you've seen this box, then if we calculate how many cubes were there in the row, then it would be 8. That's what the 8 pixel grid is. In every box, there will be 8 pixels exist in this consist of box. Okay, let's generalize what the things were going to be in the home page. There will be a profile picture and the name over the starting of the page. And so now we are going to create the design from there itself. So starting with the profile picture. Before going to the profile picture, you just want to copy the notification bar. I'm just pressing Alt to the okay, it's made into white. So fill, I'm going to back again with the black color. After that, I have copied from this layout notification bar. So I'm just center aligning, and after that I'm going to align to the top. After aligning to the top, let's generalize. First thing we should want to do is making a scale into it. Okay, then we just given a boundary for the thing, and after that, no, just a minute, small minute. Yeah, okay. Thanks for waiting once again. In which platform we are going to be design? In Figma. Now we are designing in Figma. Yeah, okay, guys. Following this phase, it's time to add a status bar. We have already added into it, and after that, firstly we should want to create a profile picture and profile picture icon and the name. So we are going to construct a circle, and I will teach you how to download the image from the Unsplash and how to add into your UI. So firstly, I'm going to grab a picture from the Unsplash and I am going to place it there. And then we are going to add a text into our UI. I'm writing my name, but you can write as you can write your name itself too. That's up to you. Just making a picture. I'm drawing a circle. Okay, now we have drawn a picture. Yeah, I have drawn a picture there. No. The thing is, like, I have missed one thing. I just want to leave the space, two boxes from here, and I am leaving three boxes from the left, and I am leaving two boxes from the top. Okay. Perfect. Now I think it's perfect, right? As you can see, it was aligned. I just left a space of 2.5 boxes. That means 2.5 boxes means 8 plus 8, 16, 16 plus half, plus 4, 16 plus half of the pixels means 4. 16 plus 4, 20. We have left 20 pixels in between status bar and as well as the icon. So here we should want to add whatever picture from the place image option. Like I want to download it. We can do it the last by taking picture from the Google. So after that, I want to add a name. I'm adding my name as Sai Charan. At default, it's in the at default. It is in the product sense. I'm just changing it to Montserrat. Montserrat. Perfect. Now I'm making it to 14. And after that 14 into 14 into 1.5, as I said earlier, it's to be 21. I'm just changing it to semi bold. Just middle aligning with the circle. That's it. Perfect. I think it's bigger, so I am changing it to 13. 13 semi bold. I think it's perfect now. Perfectly. One more time, I just want to align because make sure is somewhat the best task in while designing a UI. We should want to make sure twice before submitting it to hands of another persons. So after that, we are going to add a notification bar. For that, I have already imported the icons. Notification bar, where it is. Okay, I think I have missed notification bar, I guess. No problem. I will tell you now how to import the notification bar. I'm just here. Why I'm not explaining how to import the notification bar, how to import the icons is if I want to tell you, I just want to tell you about the plugins. After that, how to install the plugins into the Figma, and after that, you should want to search the icons over there. For example, I'm just opening Iconify, one of the plugin which has a consists of the icons, various icons. So here now I'm searching at a notification. Okay, cool. Notification, I think I think this will be the useful one. I'm quickly importing it. And after that, by default, we got a 24 into 24 box. So what I'm doing is like just importing it and changing this color to white. So here the 24 into 24 is somewhat bigger. So I'm just changing it to 21. I'm leaving 3 more here too, 3 more boxes here too. So we have added here the notification symbol as well. After adding into the profile, we want to leave some more space, about 2.5 again. So here we are, half and 1 cube and 2 pixels. So we are leaving our space to here. That's the 2.5. Now we are going to make a search box. For that, I am going to use a rectangle. Rectangle is going to be used for the search box with over 5 pixels, 5 pixel box. That means 5 into 8, 5 8 40 pixels. Perfect. I am leaving 3 boxes from here, 3 boxes from the right and 3 boxes from the left. No, 3 actually. I'm just leaving only 2. So I'm going it to there and after that here. I think it's perfect. Now what I want to do is making it to 23 corner radiuses where I get a curve. So here what I'm doing is I'm going to make this color into this color. Just dropping over here. I think it's not perfect. So I'm just changing it to 1919. I think this is the color. I just want to add this color into the palette session. So this is also one of the color we are going to add in the color palette session. You know, it's not a particular color. It's also the variant of, we can say that the variant of the black. Yeah, we can use the variant of the if we selected the major color, then we can use the variants. After making into the rectangle, now we are going to add a such box, such icon, which is there in here. So I'm just pressing Alt and I'm duplicating it. Now I think it was perfectly aligned. So here what I left is like leaving 2 boxes. Now I think it's perfectly aligned. After that, I just want to write a text over there telling search games. SERCH search games, GAMES games. I think I want to degrade this color to gray. What we had what we had up over there, and I'm making it to light as well. Not light. Light is not correct, so I'm making it to medium. After that, I'm changing this into 10. I think now it's okay to see. Okay, now I think it's visible to everyone that here we have a such option. We should want to touch them to search whatever game we want. And after that, I want to add a settings option there. So for that, I am again going to icons panel, importing the settings by pressing Alt. Now I think we also added this settings button. So here what we want to do is dividing these two one search and as well as the settings, because settings is not for the touch. In order to divide, we are going to draw a line over there. So I'm making it to gray color, like a slight gray. I can say it as. Okay, I think now it's perfect, right? Any doubts until here? I'm going to see once more the chat box. Till now we have completed the profile picture and the name, notification bar, search bar as well. Any questions? Why do we pressing Alt while moving an element? No, we are not pressing Alt for moving an element. We are pressing Alt for copying an element. Okay, understood, right? We are just copying Alt for I will show you it. Here I'm pressing Alt. After pressing Alt, you can see the two mouse cursors were going to be appear. So here we are going to make it duplicate. Here we are using Alt to make duplicate of the existing one. That's why we are using Alt there. Here what I am doing is now I'm just changing this round color to pink in order to make it attractive. I think now it is attractive. So now the next thing is we are making categorized. Categories. For the category session, we are taking font of our font of 16 pixels and 16 and the semi-bold itself 16 into 1.5. That is 24. Perfect. I'm just leaving 5 boxes from the up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think it is on the baseline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I'm simply scaling out here and as well as upside. After categories, I'm going to leave two more lines. After that, I'm just making a rectangle. Rectangle with rectangle with 80. I think 80. I think it's a good number, right? So 18 to 32. 4 box. So here we are using 4 box. 4 box in the size of width, in the size of height, and when it's coming to width, we are going to use 9 boxes. And after that, 16. Here we are using light version now. I'm adding a text once again. Search games. I'm just repeating again. I just use the corner edges to 16. After that, I have filled this color. I just copied and just like just duplicate the search games option, and I'm renaming it to action. Action. Yeah, 1021. It's perfect. Now the thing is like we just want to change the color into the pink. Now here, as you've seen, it's going to be downside. In order to appear into upside in the layers panel, we want to make it into the top so that it can appear to everyone. Okay. Now what I'm doing is just making it to semi-bold. Action session. Grouping out. We are going to group 2 elements by using Alt G. Not Alt G, Control G. Sorry for that. We are using Control G for making group elements. We are leaving the 2 places after that, and I'm going to change this color again into white and renaming it to sports. I think white is not that much correct actually. In order to highlight this, we should want to degrade it to this color. I think this color will perfectly find that. And I'm making sports to white. I think this is the better way to make it out. And I'm making a duplicate again and renaming sports to strategy. Strategy. Yep. I think I just want to middle it out. It's perfect now. After strategy, again, I'm going to duplicate it by pressing Alt. Now what the name I'm going to do is the game's action, sports, strategy. After that, racing. Racing is one of the most important gaming part. Right, I have missed that one. Yeah, I think it's perfect now. We have set it up the category session. So after the category session, I'm going to leave some more space again. That is again 2 spaces. Not to actually, I'm going to leave a space 5 boxes. I'm making the ruler into this. Yeah, perfect. Again, I'm not going to make always pressing text and adding text. In order to make it simple, I'm just duplicating what we have exist already. So trending games. Just renaming it to trending games. After that, I'm again making a ruler into it. I think it should want to be down as somewhat again. After this, here the thing is I have missed one thing. I am going to change it into medium as of now because whatever we have selected, it should want to change into semi bold. Whatever we are not selected, it's to be remain in medium. I'm going to add text. Not text now. I think we should want to add a rectangles. By leaving 3 spaces, we are going to start adding rectangles. I think 144 is somewhat good type of thing, and I'm going to make it into 192. Well. I think perfect. I think now it's perfect, right? So in between we have 3 boxes. That means it contains 3 into 8 creates 24. I creates 24. Perfect. I'm reducing this corner radius to 16. What happened? Corner radius to 16. And after that, now this is the interesting part. We are going to add up images. So here I have selected rectangle. Down we have a place image option. We're having a folder called Designex. In here we have a PUBG over there. I'm just dragging out and clicking here. Here we can see the PUBG option. I think this is interesting, right? How many of you are playing PUBG right now? Not right now. Actually, after the workshop. Don't play right now because we are going to attend the workshop. So I'm making it into the layer. Come into the layer, man. Yep, perfect. Okay, let's arrange them. After that, we are going to drag it to the frame. It's perfect more than that. Now I'm going to change these images to, and the second one I'm going to give it as a COD. Call of Duty, which will be my second favorite game, and after that GTA. So here the thing is like, for the COD we get a problem that the background was mixing with the picture. So in order to make it appeal, we are adding a stroke. We are adding a stroke with the color. What color we are going to use is this light color, light pink. I think light pink is good. And we are going to change this into outside. Here we have a stroke inside, but we want outside. So the stroke is now appealing to all. So the same thing was going to be repeated here, outside, and after that, pink. The same thing again here, stroke, making this color. After that, outside. Now the thing is over. What is the next step? This is what our grains were going to be run now. So we are going to add our text again. Text, PUBG. PUBG, what is the name of the PUBG in India version? Battlegrounds. Okay, I got it. Battle. BATTLE. Battle GROUNDS. Grounds and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's not matching with the color of the background. So in order to make matching with the color of the background, we are making a gradient. Firstly, I'm taking a rectangle. And after that, I'm giving a 16. What we have given to this rectangle as well. Now the main problem is here also we are getting the curve, but here we don't want a curve. So in order to remove the curve from there, we are having a box independent corners. So I'm owning the independent corners. Yeah, I'm just making it to 0. So here we don't have that 0 thing. Now I'm going to make it as 0 here. So it's only having here and here. So for making an independent corners, you should want to start with this option. Now it's time to add a gradient into it. I'm in the fill session in inbuilt itself, it's gone a gray color. So here what we are going to do is changing it to linear. And after linear, black color. After that, here also we are going to make a black color. Boom, the magic was done. I think now the color, now the black color is making the mixing with the picture which was there in the background. I'm going to make this duplicate into next slides as well. That means next pictures as well. I think now it's perfectly aligned. Yeah. The thing is now we can simply add a background blur. Battle backgrounds, and after that we are going to change the text properties. We are changing the text properties from medium to 13. So here we have medium, and we are going to increase the text size into 13 and 13 into 1.5, whatever it might be. 13 into 1.5. I think it's cool. battlegrounds, and after that battlegrounds we are going to add action icon below the background, below that one. So it would be 7.5 as well. Okay, we are going to make it into 7. So actions need not to be as we mentioned below the visibility law. Here we are using the visibility law. Action should not be seen by everyone. So I just want to be there because it should be there. According to the law of visibility. After action should be close to battlegrounds, and after that I'm changing it to light, not light, going to be medium. Perfect. Now we are going to make again a button. So okay, we have taken three in the 3 boxes and the 6 boxes. 6 boxes in the size of width and 3 boxes in the size of height. So what we are going to do is just making round edges again. 15. Okay, we have a round edges now. $48 and $20 need to be done. Shit. Okay, I'm changing this color to white color. And after that, the action button, I'm going to duplicate the action button. So here, what has happened is like it's just gone beside of the rectangle. So in order to make it a front, we are just adjusting in the frames button. Now it's time to change the color of the text into install. And after that, changing from regular to bold, not bold actually. I think medium is enough. Seven into 10.5. I think medium is also not sufficient, so we are going with semi bold. After that, we should want to give the rating for the app. In order to give the rating for the app, we need to do one thing. That's nothing like adding a stars into it. We are going to add a star now. We are giving the star into yellow color, and after that 4.0 in other words. Here we are having 2 sharp edges. In order to make that into soft, we are just rounding them. Okay, it's going too soft. So okay, it's okay to leave like this. We are going to reduce this star button from into the specific box. So I think now it's okay. It's okay to be there like that. I'm just grouping them. I'm just copying simply copying what we have done it into a BGMI. For the BGMI, it's not for the BGMI. No, it's Call of Duty. Sorry. Call of Duty. Okay, now we have finished the training game session. So we are going back. So we are going for the recommendation section. Recommend section where we have you are going to take a big gap of 6 boxes again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trending games. Okay, 6 boxes. And after that, we want to add now a rectangle in order to make a game box. One out 18 to 72, 108. We are going with the 108. Okay, now I think it's okay for that. And making the corners to 6. And now we are going to add a GTA 5 mobile version. For the mobile version is not there for the GTA, but we are going to create that. It's okay to create something new, isn't it? Okay, now we are going to make these two into boundary line. Okay, I think it's perfect now. Just making it to slide downward, and after that, making it to GTA 5. GTA 5 and adding a mobile version. Mobile version. Okay, now I think it's okay. This is how we can complete a home session as well. I think everyone understood this mobile thing, right? The home thing. I'm going to start answering for your questions once again. How to draw those lead lines? Red lines. To draw that lead lines, you should want to on one property in the view. This is the here ruler is the option. You should want to on the ruler section, then then the scales will come into the exist, and after that you can simply drag from there. It will generate the red lines. These red lines were very useful while we are going to work in UI to make it separate, like to measure it's going to be very useful for us. Sir, yes, we are going to share the recording section as well. Okay. The name of the plugin that you're getting, the name of the plugin is Iconify. How to put the stroke? Okay, I'm going to show you once again. For that, first you should want to create a rectangle. For the rectangle, by default, it's getting the gray color. And down of the fill, we are going to coming appear with the stroke button. By adding stroke, it will going to appear like this. This is how we can add a stroke into the layout. Now, how to draw the lead lines? How days? Today is the last day. I think we'll come to the end of a session. Why do we press while moving an element? Okay, I have understood. I have answered already for this. I think everyone was clear what I have said before, right? Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, Guya. Today, at last, the last frame we are going to create. Last frame as well. Okay, we have created 316 to 316 to 640. Yeah, it's perfect now. I'm going to make it into black. And after that, I'm going to add layout grid. It's a 10 grid, so I'm to move into 8. After that, I'm quickly duplicating by status bar. And after the status bar after the status bar. Now the thing, what we are going to create is after clicking BGMI, what the interface would be. That's what we are going to discuss now. For that, we are going to take a rectangle of 316 to 296. So what we are going to add is like I'm just making it to down. We are going to add a PUBG layout for that. I think it's clear, right? We are going to make a linear one again. linear. Here we are going to change these values to black. Yep. Now we are going to add a text over here. Battleground Mobile India. Battleground Mobile India. Okay. It's time to change. Okay, guys. Now, okay. By default, it's going to be product sans, but we just want to change it to Montserrat. Montserrat into a semi-bold. After that semi-bold, we are going to make it into 18 font size. And font size 18 means it should be popular. It should be a 1.5 times of a 18, so it should be a 27. After 27, I'm just arranging it in the waistline. Now I'm going to take this here. And after that, strategy after that action. I'm just making it to white. And one more thing is multiplayer. PUBG is also multiplayer, right? So at a time, at a time we can play up to 4 players in the squad. So we are going to change this color to gray. Quickly making it section. TD up, making these all things into one line. What I am doing is like making all these things into one line. I think all of them were one line. Perfect. What we are going to do is just changing it to medium. That's all we can do. And after that, copying this 4.4 to here. And again, we have one more thing. We are going to add a lines into it. That's what the most crucial part here. After that, again, we are going to duplicate it. We are also going the same gray color to them. Same gray color again. Here the alignment is going to be missed. RIP alignment. I just made this into a into how can I say, like I just made this. It's exactly in the middle. I think it's perfect. Now I think it's perfect. So I'm going to move it moving again into the another part. That is like giving what top rated thing. That's all the things we're going to do. Now I'm leaving for boxes. So probably I'm going to start from here. Okay. Now I'm going this color with this color. And again, what we are going to do is everything what this is what we are going to do. We are just curving it over there. We are using this font for now. 100 million, 100 M plus downloads, 100 M plus. That means it's going to say, firstly, we should want to take the icons over there. Here we have 3 icons. So we are just transporting it to here. We are transporting them. First icon is, I am going to change this color into the gray one. So because the icon should be always icon should be the like it should be differ from the another things. That's what I'm trying to convey. Again 18 plus rated. I'm going to make this into rated. After that, storage. I'm going to tell how much storage it is. That's 1.6 GB. Ew. Now I think they are perfectly aligned. Okay, perfect. So in between middle, we just want to make a divider. So what we are going to do is like just making a rectangle like this and making a center line. After that, as you all know, we are going to make it curve. After that, white. Now it's time to add a board game session. About game session. Okay, now we are going to add about time session. About the game. Okay, now it's time to add somewhat about the about game session. So here I have listed out some of the information about the PUBG. So I'm going to take it here. So I'm making this text to 11. It's too large, right? So I'm just making it to 11. And after that, changing it to Montserrat. That's all how we are going to add the text. I'm just highlighting CMO with the pink color, what we are going to use as a premier color. After that, as you all know, we are going to make an install button as well. Install button. How we are having install button? By creating a rectangle. just center aligning. After that, we are going to make it into 20 and making it to pink color. After that, install game. I'm just center aligning to the button. Yeah, it's perfect, and making it to semi bold. I'm making it to 14. It's how simple as that. Yeah, we have completed the complete game website. Now the crucial part is going to be happen. That's called the prototype. I'm just making quick prototype to show you. For the prototype, I'm just get started. After that, after clicking on this, it's going to be this slide. Show prototype settings. Device is Android small. Now we are going to show you how you go in point prototype. I'm just clicking on the get started. Okay. I'm clicking on the get started. After that, I'm selecting the PUBG one, and after that, installing. Install game. Actually, this is not written program, right? So we don't get we can't install the game. This is what the day 2 session of our UI UX bootcamp. Today onwards, we have completed the day 2 again. This is one of my things what I have created before. So yeah, if you have any questions, please ask. It's free to ask anything, and the session is going to be ended. And one more thing, the day before, from tomorrow onwards. Thank you for taking this time to come here. We will see you tomorrow. We will see you from tomorrow onwards. There will be a competition where you can test yourself that how much you have learned. And this is a workshop of our Designex. This is an overview of day 2. Designex, today we have learned something new topics. This is all about the Designex workshop. We have completed 2 live projects. There will be a competition starting from the tomorrow, and be entered to win the fantastic prizes such as earpods, power banks, nice goodies, and such as t-shirts, bottles, and so on. And, I hope to be seeing everyone out there. And one special thanks to special and big thanks to Ashish and Naveen Sai for giving me this opportunity, and they only encouraged me for this event. Because of their support, I was here, and they given support everything. Thank you a lot. And the team CSI who helped me, like Neha, Kangshan, my design crews up. My design crew, actually my entire design crew. I would like to thank each and every person out there. Thanks for attending this workshop, and see you soon at after the to see you soon tomorrow. Bye. Good night. Take care.